Hello everyone, this is Foxcode here. Now, recently on YouTube I posted a 4-gate tutorial. It's a very basic version of the 4-gate. It's pretty much it's existed since the dawn of time, basically. And since I got a lot of views on it and people seem to like it, I thought I'd post a slightly more advanced version. Now, I only learnt this recently, so I've actually got, look, I've got my build order here. But that's more because I'm learning about 3 different builds at the same time, and all of them are very kind of similar timings, and I keep getting them all jumbled up in my head. So if you see me glancing down, it's because I'm going, what's the build again? Yeah, basically. So this 4-gate, as most 4-gates, is better for smaller maps, shorter rush distance, easier to get your proxy pylon up. And it's a bit weird. The reason this 4-gate is so good, at least I think so, is if you have one more unit than you would normally have. When like normally when you 4-gate, you get a zealot, you get a stalker, you move out, you get a second stalker with the probe, so that's 3 units, and then you warp in 4, so you've got 7 units. With this 4-gate, you get your second gateway much earlier. It's actually very weird. You get your second gateway before your second pylon. Don't worry, I'm going to put the build description in the video description. That was just a linguistic nightmare, wasn't it? Okay, anyway. So let's demonstrate it. This is mainly meant for PvP. I did actually do it to a Diamond Zerg on the ladder and managed to make it work. It is a very, very scary build, so let's see what we can do with it. Oh, I'm not going to spam too much. I'll try and keep the camera relatively stationary as I do this. As always, for viewing purposes, to make it much simpler. Hello. Okay. Now, the one other good thing with this build is it's not a very well-known variation of the 4-gate, so people scout the early second gateway and they're like, what the hell is going on here? And of course, they don't know. Now, you still only get the 1 gas geyser, so that's kind of a tell that it is likely to be a 4-gate. But because you get such an early second gateway, this is actually quite safe against proxy 2 gates and cheese like that, because you can chrono boost double zealots if something goes wrong. It is slightly economically weaker than the standard 4-gate because you stop on 18 probes instead of 20. But what can you do? Now, the first important thing to note is pylon at 9, of course, that's very standard. But we are only going to use 1 chrono boost on the Nexus. Okay, that is very important. Just ignore the Korean sounds. I realised I probably should have turned those down. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, so 1 chrono boost as soon as the pylon completes. That is the only chrono boost on the Nexus. Right, I'm just looking down to make sure I've got it right. As I said, I'm learning a lot of builds at the moment. Gets confusing. Yeah, I'm not going to spam E, because that's what's making the Korean sound for you have not enough minerals. So we put our gateway down on 13, and on 14 we take our gas. I'm just checking. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing a build when I have been doing it for so little time, but it's just because I'm learning all these builds. And I actually do plan on making a PvT Oracle build to show, because I really like opening Oracles in PvT now. Now this is the crazy bit, are you watching? We are building a second gateway on 15 supply. That is very non-standard. And we instantly put 3 guys in gas. So now we've got 2 gateways going before we start a cybernetics core. Now the pylon on 17. So I'm actually going to put it next to my gateways just in case it got the pylon. I got attacked by a Dark Templar or something. And now we instantly start our Cybercore when we can. I think I've actually messed the timing for that slightly up. I should have had enough minerals to start that straight away, so I might have messed something up a little bit. And now we get 1 more probe, and on 18 we stop. No more probes. And then as soon as these 2 gateways are finished, and there is meant to be a delay because you make this at the same time. Come on, work out, watch this. Look at my minerals. Almost 200 minerals. We instantly start 2 zealots at the same time, bringing us up to 22 supply. Now the rest is pretty easy. We are going to use every single chrono boost on this cybernetics core. Now, I think... Trap my headphone cable. I think I started it a bit late, because you see how I've got full energy? It shouldn't be quite full. It should be almost full. So I have messed this up ever so slightly, but what can you do? I'm looking down at my bit of paper. It's a bit mad. As I said, I will include the real build order in the description. And now, with this, we are going to move out. And remember to bring a probe, of course. Got to keep chronoing that, it's very important. And around 420, you want to be adding on your 2 more gateways. Cool, cool. Remember, do not make any probes here. You should be supply blocked on 26, as you are with almost all forms of the 4 gate. Now, they can have a stalker out by now. It's important to keep this probe alive. If they try and snipe it, just instantly place down the proxy. But as you can see, we've got 2 zealots and 2 stalkers before the 5-minute mark, so that's quite good. Now, I'm not making any effort to hide this proxy location. I mean, it's just their computer. I do not expect them to be that clever. I am going to try and kill this thing. Yeah! Awesome. And I'm just waiting. I want to get these chrono boosts right. And now we're just going to go and attack. And very soon, we'll have the gateways. So we want to be moving up here. Oh my! That's not normal. Fast expanding, I should say. Of course, this works very well against that. I'm not too bothered about that expansion. I want to go and kill workers right now. Whoop! We've got to back off. He's trying to surround me with workers. Oh, that was a bit nice micro. I got my hotkeys wrong. So he's going to take out that pylon, but that doesn't really matter. We still have this one. And as you can see, they are not really a match. This is quite fun. GG! So 1 elite Protoss AI dead. Of course they fast expanded, but this works against pretty much anything. The only build you really have to be worried about is Dark Templar. Dark Templar cannot hit before this build, but if you take too long and they've got the Dark Shrine hidden in the corner of their base so you don't see it, it can kill you. So you've got to be careful about that. Oracles are... I don't think I've ever lost to an Oracle play. They just don't have enough at their base to survive, really. Unless you mess the micro up. Now, the AI was actually quite clever there. The only chance it did have was to pull all its pros, but it didn't work. Now, as you see, workers created 18. That must be right. If you make 1 more by accident, you can't get the 2 zealots and 2 stalkers. You'll get supply blocked, so... if you do make 1 by accident, it's actually best to force attack it with your other probes. That's the best way, because you need the 2 zealots and 2 stalkers, because a lot of Protoss openings revolve around getting 3 stalkers out fast, and you can't really fight against that with only a single zealot and 2 stalkers. You need the 2 zealots, 2 stalkers, so you don't have to micro like crazy. Now, I don't think this has been a very clear tutorial, to be honest. I swear, I don't know. I don't think I did something wrong. It's just because I'm learning so many builds at once. It's really, really confusing in my head. So, hopefully you liked it, guys. It's a bit different because your opponent scouts. He sees 2 gateways early. He's thinking, what the hell is this? And that's really why it's so good at the moment, because not many people know what it is. Although they can guess. Again, only 1 gas geyser. And it's very powerful. I think I've done it against another 4-gate before, and I think I won. But yeah, it's just generally a very good aggressive build, though it is very all-in with only 18 workers. You have to do a lot of economic damage if you don't actually manage to kill them. So, hopefully this has been useful for you guys. And I think the next build I'm going to do, let's have a look at my notepad. We have... Oh my god, I've got so many builds in here. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose that's a comment. You can leave a comment if you want. Do you want another PvP build? PvT, as I say, I've got a really favourite build for PvT at the moment. It's just awesome. And if they buff Oracle speed like they are planning to, God help all Terran players. And PvZ, to be honest, I don't really have many good builds for PvZ. I kind of just make it up as I go along. I actually do backwards. Zerg is meant to be the reactionary race, but I react to what they're doing, so... whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.